Hello! In the previous lesson, you saw how you could write prompts for agentic systems and how these prompts act as test cases for your minions and agents. They run them on the browser as an example, and then you can get the results back. In this lesson, we will specifically see how to run these test cases so that you get a better idea of the success and the failures of these agents and you can effectively debug them. So let's go. So now let's see how to run the agentic test and review the results. Just to recap, the test case that we were reviewing earlier, or the prompt, was around account creation in Salesforce. This could be any test case. Could be an e-commerce website, could be Salesforce, ServiceNow, any web platform. For simplicity, we've just made it a simple account creation test case. The test case is as simple as going to Salesforce, logging in, and navigating to accounts, clicking on the new button, filling the form fields, and then ensuring that the account is created. Now over here, to run this test case, I just have to press the live test button on the top right. Since TestZeus is a batteries included platform, you don't have to download, configure any code, any framework. It will run the entire test case on the browser itself for you. So while this one is running, I had a previous one which I had run for you. We'll go to that in a minute, but if you want to see how the test case is executing, you can just scroll down to the bottom. TestZeus will show you the browser window where the test case is being executed. You don't have to wait for this one to finish. Since it's a multi-agentic system, we can run a swarm of AI agents to do the testing and automation on your behalf. What that means in simple words is that we can trigger off multiple test cases in parallel so that your total testing and execution time gets reduced. So while this one is running on its own browser, let's go on the left hand side to the test run section. And if I click on authoring, I will find the passed test case. Over here, as we can see, the test case has passed because on the top right, we can see the status of the test result. Now, if we scroll down further below, we'll find the test case which was run. The execution plan which was created based on the input test case of the prompt. This is done by the planner agent as part of the multi-agentic system that we have. Based on that plan, multiple agents such as the browser agent and the others are triggered. Over here, as we can see, the type of the agent is also highlighted on the execution timeline. So each and every step tells you which agent was triggered and which ran that step. If I click on any of these steps, I can find all the details of that step and the artifacts related to it. So these are evidences. For example, when the agent was, let's say, trying to click on the app launcher, it will highlight that with a red bounding box and then go about clicking it. This is not just great for verification and explainability, it is also useful if you want to file a bug. You can download all these artifacts as a zip file. If we keep scrolling down further below, we'll find a video of the whole execution so that you can watch the whole recording from a bird's eye perspective. At the bottom of the page is my favorite part, the trace viewer. Here I can scrub through the whole execution and also find all the network logs, console logs, all the errors, everything from that browser session. So these can be used for either reviewing the work of the agent, or these can also be used for debugging and explainability. Let's say if your test case fails, you can also use these to debug the errors and issues, and then also use these artifacts to file a bug. So that is how simple it is to run a test case on the platform. Interestingly, when you run test cases with any other agentic system, it is as simple as this. They will produce the artifacts and you can review them to understand how the agent went about the execution of your input test case. See you in the next lesson and all the best for the quiz again. Bye-bye.